Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izuku and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
There we go. Good morning. Let's see if we're working on this. Anybody? Here we go. Okay, perfect. Yay. Thanks, Drew. So you know how it is. Every once in a while, I have to make sure that we're working, right? And that it's happening there. So welcome to Sofa Sundays. As you can tell, this is not Reverend Michelle. She's still feeling a little bit under the weather. And since she needs her voice for other things this coming week, she's taking a hiatus today, but no worries because the creativity we have going on in the room today is amazing. So we wish her all the love and blessings and prayers for easy healing. We are here, as we always are, at the Unleash Your Life Studios at 7220 North 16th Street, Phoenix, Arizona, located between Glendale and Northern, 85020. In Building A1, you'll know it's us because the girls are on the door. This is the home of Reverend Dr. Michelle Whittington, who has amazing classes here. We are getting close to end. We got 2 more for Best Year Yet, 3.0. We will be heading into 4.0. And have I got a deal for you? Have you been wondering to yourself, what is Best Year Yet all about? But you just don't do anything? Look, I understand, because sometimes I am that kind of person too. I want to do more, I just don't. However, I've got a deal. If you send an email to me at sofasundaysjs@gmail.com or even make a comment on the video, I will get you hooked up for next month's Best Year Yet. You can either Zoom in, come in person if you're in Phoenix, and find out more about this amazing program that I promise you everybody in my congregation is involved in. So, that was good today, huh? So, if that interests you, please join us. This is for any gender, any age, any person who wants to level up. So let us know and I will get you involved there. Also, she has other events. She has other classes that happen, as well as one-on-one life coaching sessions, which I can't say enough about as well. So please go to unleashyourlife.us to find out more. All righty. So without further ado, I am going to chime us in, say a prayer, and get started. So in this divine knowing that is the divine creative, universal source, energy, life, and love that is us. With this sound, I know that everything that happened before this very moment, we can release. And to be present here now, to experience what it is we came here to experience. To feel the divine in creative form, in, as, and through us. I bless leaders and teachers of all faiths everywhere, of all cities and countries, knowing that they are divinely guided, guarded, and protected, and that each brings to their country, constituents, their congregation, the divine love that is God, that is universal source, that is the perfection. And for this, I am grateful. I say thank you, God, thank you, life, thank you, universe. And I let it go and call it good. And together we say, and so it is. All right.
Great.
So, good morning and welcome, Cathy.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
This is my new friend, Cathy. We met, what's it been, a month ago?
It's been a month.
And Cathy, well, the first time I heard about Cathy, she had colored hair. That's what I heard. Yeah. So she's I knew she was
It'll
creative
get there
then. Yeah.
again.
Mine is a washing out because of,
Have to change with the times.
right, with the corporation situation. Yeah. So we were working together and Cathy was showing me some of her amazing things. Cathy so let me do a brief introduction, then I'll let you guys let her tell you guys about herself. Cathy is an artist, an author, and a creative. She has an Etsy company. She's also on Facebook, which I've already shared, her stick friends there. She has, and this is my signed copy. She has authored this book called Crutch and Friends, and she creates beautiful greeting cards and does creative projects. This is
Junk journal.
a junk journal, so it is adorable. So like when my first day meeting Cathy, she sent me home with so much stuff. I was like, it took 2 days to unload it. No, there was a lot of things and I was like, oh my goodness, I love this woman. So as we were doing this month's creativity theme, which today is I express my true self through my creativity. And last week, I was thinking I should have Cathy on the sofa. So she had a big order and she couldn't be here last week. And I was like, that's okay. Come the next week. Get in here. And when Michelle said that, she wasn't feeling well today, I said, well, I already have a guest, so it's good,
And here I am.
Yeah. So we're like so happy to have you here. And that's my spiel. Now you tell me about you.
I'm excited to be here. Okay, stick friends. What is stick friends?
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. We have these things. I'm all like talking. Yeah.
Cathy, what's your last name?
Bogan. B as in boy, O-G-A-N.
Here, let me see. Here you go.
Oh, now can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Can you
Evie.
hear me now?
Evie, Krista, can you hear us? Okay. Yeah, I just went through my whole thing with that, but whatever. I'm usually loud enough that they hear me. It's Michelle that we have to get mic'd.
So stick friends. What is stick friends? I have a little mission statement. It's very short.
Oh yeah, you'll have to be a little bit closer.
Okay, how's this?
Yep.
Better?
Yep.
All right. I have a little mission statement and a little how did stick friends start story, and then I'll go into it. But our mission statement, and I apologize I'm reading, I kind of change it up all the time depending on who I talk to, so I never quite remember it. But we are here to and exist to ignite your happy. I'm actually a certified happiness coach, but that just kind of happened. We like to deliver handcrafted quality products that inspire joy, kindness, and connections. Every card, every journal, every workshop and cozy creation is designed to spark woohoo moments because everybody deserves a woohoo moment and a smile and a spark and a reminder that happiness is always within reach. It's a choice that we get to make. I think that's really exciting.
It is.
That we get to choose that.
It is a choice. I love that.
Thank you. Now, our story of origin. A long time ago, in the doodles of a notebook, a few cheerful stick friends came to life. They were just drawings. They carried tiny sparks of happiness. each one designed to remind people that the simplest shapes can hold the biggest feelings. They called themselves stick friends because friendship is their superpower. They travel from page to page, hand to hand, determined to make people smile and prove that happiness does not have to be complicated. That's how we started. I started with my brother, one of my brothers. I have 4 brothers and a sister, but the one that's right next to me, we've always been very close. And he was having a really hard time. He had been in a war. He suffers from PTSD, and he was a little down, and I told him he better come and see me, and found out that he had tried to shoot himself. Thank goodness the gun didn't fire. It misfired, and he's still here today. And I was trying to get him to smile, and I couldn't do anything that would make him laugh. So I drew these little woohoo guys, these little stick friends, doing cartwheels down a hill, because we used to do that as kids. And I showed him the drawing, and he cracked a smile. The ice is broken. There you go. And that's where it started. So I am really excited that he's part of this, and he's kind of my wordsmith. He gives me all these little things and then ideas, and then I do them. And right now he's doing something really special because he fell out of a tree and broke his leg in 6 places from the knee to the ankle. They almost had to amputate, but they saved it. He also broke 4 ribs, and he broke a collarbone. And so he was in the hospital for 6 weeks, and now he's in recuperating, going through therapy, and he's kind of gone through some PTSD again with this. So he calls me up and goes, I need help. He goes, we need to do something about the veterans. He goes, did you know that there's 22 veterans a day that kill themselves? And I had no idea. So we're starting a whole new program for vets. It's going to be called 22 or the 22nd. I'm not quite sure how he's going to do it. He's writing a book about it. And we are going to make a special line of cards just for vets to give them those little smiles that they need to recognize that they need something tangible, a little card that says you're awesome.
Connection.
The
connection, the community connection.
Absolutely. So I'm really excited about that. The kids' book.
Yes, Crunch. I love Crunch. Where did I put my books down here?
I have 2 books right here, so we can.
Oh, okay. Well, use yours.
Yeah, we can use mine. It comes in softback and hardback. How did Crunch get started? For my other brother, my older brother.
So your creativity really comes through family, huh?
Family connections, people,
Right.
Anybody, and I think that's where a lot of creativity does come from. There's a point in your life where things connect, not only the stories, but they connect with your heart and why you're here, your purpose, right?
Your purpose,
Everybody
your
has
passion.
a purpose and a passion, and mine is to make people smile and giggle and know that it doesn't matter what life brings to you. We all have hardships. We all have health issues. I mean, we're human, right? It all happens. My younger brother that suffered all of that, he was also hit by an 18-wheeler, and they left him for dead. They thought he was dead, and well, he wasn't. he's still here.
His body is amazing.
I tell you what, he's got 7 stents, a defibrillator, and a pacemaker all installed in him too. He's my bionic little brother.
Can relate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, holy cow. But he is, my older brother suffers from some weird genetic thing that runs in our family. I refuse to accept it. It's not gonna make who I am and define me. But you get really, it's a dystrophy, but it's not muscular dystrophy. It's called myotonic dystrophy. And it really affects your nervous system and your ability to breathe and have energy and all that kind of stuff. And every time I would call him up, I said, how are you doing today? He's like, I'm so tired, I feel like a snail. Then he goes, I'm so tired, I feel like a snail on crutches. It's like, how can you have crutches as a snail? They don't even have feet or arms or legs or any of that stuff. He goes, well, you asked me how I felt, and I think that's how I feel. You ought to write a book about that. And I went, okay, how do I write a book about a snail that's on crutches? It took me a while to figure that out. And I thought, this would be great for kids that feel like they have, an issue with something or no friends or whatever, because Crutch can do anything he wants. He's got all these big dreams, and it's an interactive book, and it's the whole story is about it doesn't matter what your dreams are. If you've got friends, you can achieve it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, you can achieve it. This is
Oh,
Crutch.
this is Crutch. Isn't Crutch cute? Hi, Crutch.
That's Crutch.
We have Crutch on the sofa today, people.
That's
Yeah.
right.
There you go,
Aw.
Crutch.
And he's always smiling, man. He can do it. We all can do it. We got friends. We got connections. And the book itself is it's really simple and illustrated with lots of nice colors for kids. And so I wrote it and I did the drawing. So yeah.
That's lovely.
Thank
And
you.
I love your enthusiasm and how you approach life, because we spent some time together and hearing the things that you and your family have experienced. Like you said, right? We all have those and I'm telling you, everybody in the room has experienced something along those lines as well. And, right, so the choices we make,
Absolutely.
the choices we make determine our fate. Oh, listen to that. In a little rhyme there. You're welcome. And that is really what the sofa is about. We're here to help you live your best life ever, right? That's our goal, is to have a life you love living.
And that's so important because no matter what we've gone through, everything that we've gone through is just that. We've gone through it. It's in the past. We can't change it. So why do we worry about it? Everything we've gone through, there's not a chance that we are going to change that. So one, what did we learn from it?
Mm-hmm.
Can we get over that and share it with stories are so important. We all have stories that we should be sharing because we've been through stuff that other people might be going through and they think they're the only ones. And you can actually say, I get it. People that go through things, they know if you really get it or not. And they might tell you something, you can go, yeah, I understand. Well, unless you've been through that, you really don't understand. And so I think when we have these things happen to us and we choose to say, I learned this from that. I don't ever want to be this because of that. I want to be this, whatever it is. We learn from that and we have a passion and a purpose to create, and we can share our stories because those make the connections. If somebody told me that, oh, you don't understand, I moved so much as a kid, I went here and we don't know why, we were always moving. I can actually say, I understand. I really do. My dad would just come home in the middle of the day and go pack up or move it. He wasn't even in the military. We would just do that. And I went to 22, 24 different schools by the time I was in high school. And I lived in like 28 different cities. I didn't know that was a bad thing until I got older and people go, what? Why did you move? We don't know. But when people say that, it's like, well, so what did you learn? I learned so much wherever I was. And I learned to love people because they were very important to me. I didn't get to have them all,
Right. So you had to make that connection.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I have friends that I made, back in third grade that I'm still connected to. But we didn't see each other for decades until the internet showed up.
Yes, thank you, Facebook. Yeah, I agree. I had friends from high school that I lost contact with until Facebook.
You go, woo-hoo, they're there. Yeah. So connections and stories are so important, and you learn so much. I mean, the elderly especially, oh my gosh. I used to do happy classes at assisted livings, and you'd have people that are 100 years old and be so happy, and then you hear their story, and it's like, wow. And these guys are genuinely happy, but the things that they've been through, it's like, I've made it. I'm good. I had a family, I had loved ones, and it's awesome. People are awesome. We're all awesome.
Right? I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was thinking about today and the topic, and so I got the art of life, which is also known as this thing called life, by Ernest Holmes. And it's chapter 12. He says, you do not have to struggle. You have discovered that life works through the law of mind, and how your thought automatically is acted upon by this law. You can now transfer the burden of personal responsibility into the law. You have a partnership with the invisible. Your silent partner, the law of mind, will always create the good you desire for yourself or others when you comply with its nature. It is right that you live a more abundant life. The more largely you live, the more completely life itself will be expressed through you. It is right that we should all seek greater happiness for ourselves and for others. We may then unhesitatingly transfer the sense of personal burden, placing it upon the shoulders of the law, and the law is capitalized as in God, the divine, universal source energy, which is able, always ready, and ever willing to work for us. This is not selfishness, but self-expression. Man exists that life through him may be more completely express itself. Therefore, in expressing ourselves, we are expressing it. And everyone that knows me knows my favorite line is, I'm here to give God a good time and Jeannie, right? Like to express ourselves. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning. Good morning.
So it's just an amazing thing. And like, that's what I see you doing, expressing God as Cathy. It's just amazing the things that you have going on. I just remember like when I first started talking, you're like, and this and this and you're super excited about it. Like,
Well, you have to be. I mean, I
guess as a happiness coach, you have to be. Yes.
Well, I mean, I can't. There's too many things in life that can get you down, which is why they say, hang around with happy people. They'll make you happy. You know, it's easier to smile than it is to frown. You use less muscles in smiling than you do frowning. And I know that in my life there's been people that I've met that are bitter, and it's like, why? You know, you can't change any of that. So why be bitter about it? And I have to be happy. It makes me who I am. I think I'm a happy person. And the more that you smile, I love to smile at people, give them compliments, because then they smile back, and it's it's like that Breck commercial when we were young,
Right.
You know,
You tell people, they tell two people.
Everybody knows it's all over
Yeah.
the world. And it's so nice to say something and smile at somebody and have them go, well, thanks, and they smile back, and then you know they're going to go do the same thing. I like to share this little quote. My sister gave this to me. I've had it for like ever, but it's just so right. You know, it's so true. Life is too short to wake up with regrets. Love the people who treat you right, and forget those who don't. You know, we don't want to hang around the ones that pull us down and make us feel like we're nothing, because we're all something. We are all great beings. Believe that everything happens for a reason. If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said life would be easy, but they did promise it would be worth it. So I think that's one of the greatest things, is to know that even in work, they tell you, hey, if it's too easy, it's not worth it. It's not going to be worth it. You know, you get what you pay for, all these things. If it's too easy, so it is work, but it's work that you enjoy. You know, like people, oh, I've never worked a day in my life, because they love their job. You know, if you love life, it's the same way. Life is great. And I don't know, I'm sure we all have friends and family and kids and neighbors' kids and everybody. And when you have a connection with your loved ones, I think that's one of the greatest things. And loved ones don't have to be by blood. I mean, your friends become family, right? And that's where the connections just start building. You have a connection around the world.
That's what we talk about here, especially, is like, get your tribe, know your tribe, have your tribe going on good days, so that when you have a bad day, your tribe is there, you know, to lift you up and be part of, and you know, and we have a great tribe going on, and that's a thing. Does anybody have any questions for Cathy, or I want to say anything? Yeah, sure. There you go, long legs. Thanks.
want to thank you for the work you're doing with your veterans.
Oh,
Because as a minister, in the last 6 weeks, I've attended 2 memorial services for the mothers of sons who have committed suicide.
my
So,
condolences there. Thank you.
yeah.
I think it's so important. People don't know. You know, I mean, I have a few military family members, but when they suffer from that PTSD, they don't want to talk about it.
No.
You know, you really have to
Yeah.
be aware that something is going on. And my brother, I mean, he had suffered for years before trying to do that. Thank God his gun misfired, but it took about 6 weeks for me to get that smile there so I could talk to him. He it's like, tell me what's going on. No.
Right, and I have a friend that he's a nurse at the VA, and he had to do recovery missions, which is much different because the people already have deceased and they have to recover them. And you know, he served more than 10 years ago, but it's all of a sudden come back.
Something happens.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a trigger, or it's triggered.
Right.
So I just want to thank you for that.
Well, thank
because
you. I
that's
appreciate that.
It's been very near and dear to my heart.
Well, and thank you for that too. That it's near and dear. I think I appreciate that. Thank you so much. See, and I didn't really realize till my brother called me up this time and said, "I need your help." I got to do this. It's like, do what? I didn't know he was going through that again from that fall. But when he's just sitting there and can't do anything, laying in the hospital bed and can't do anything but think,
Right.
then all
Because
these
sometimes this
things-
is a bad neighborhood to be alone in.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and he hates 4th of July because of the
Right.
noise
Sounds,
and all
yeah.
this kind of stuff. And you don't realize that all sends them back. You know, he had a horrible time there. I mean, he saw a lot of friends
Right.
be killed right next to him.
Right.
And that's a horrible thing. And I didn't know that part until all of this started coming around.
Right.
You know,
Because
unlike
they don't talk about it.
No,
Right.
no. And they have that guilt for surviving too, which is an awful thing.
Right.
You know,
So
surviving.
not only did you experience it or, you know, with people that you lost,
Yeah.
but now, you know, you have the guilt and, you know, you're supposed to be strong,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
and that's it. And that is not a gender thing. That's like a military thing, right? That's
Yeah.
you know, I got your back. I'm brave, you know,
Right.
and that system says I don't talk about it.
Right.
Right.
And then they feel guilty because they failed.
Right.
They weren't able
They
to
weren't
save that
able to
friend.
save
Or,
them,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So it can really be detrimental, and that's why 22 a day. I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I had no idea. You know, that's like 8,000, 10,000.
It's a lot.
A lot.
It's a lot.
Every year.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited about it. He's already writing the book. It's
Good.
almost done.
And see, and there's the thing too, because, you know, I remember when you were talking about how this all started with him previously, and just the fact that that purpose and passion, right? Purpose and passion are a big deal in life because it does give us something to wake up to.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we were talking about story-wise. For me, and these guys know, but you don't, and I'm going to tell everybody.
All right.
Remind you.
I
So,
want to hear.
so I'm in year 6 since I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer in my lung. And when that happened, I wasn't a minister yet. Our church had been going through things and stuff, and I was a practitioner, and I really thought I was doing everything right in life. Okay, I was doing everything right, and then got hit with cancer again. And I was mad.
Sure.
I was mad and had a little bit of that, I don't want to go through this again. That was horrible, and I was only 30 the first time. You know, body doesn't have it this time. You know, I had all these things. And what gave me purpose and passion after I got over myself, because I really was having, and Cindy knows, I was really there. And I I was horrible. I really was mad. And then I had an opportunity to really take a look at, and then 2020 happened, right? And my doctor laughed at me because I had found a new lease on life in 2020, and she's like, and I go, well, now the whole world's dying, not just me. And she's like, oh, that's horrible, but I'm glad you got a, new perspective. And that was the thing. What Wayne Dyer says, I wasn't going to die with my music still in me. I wasn't going to leave this world and not be a minister. It was a calling. I knew it was, and I had kept pushing it away. And I was like, well, I'm going to do this. And got into ministerial classes and everything. And, and life took a different turn. But I got that purpose and passion because of something that was not a purpose or a passion in my life.
So, but see that's a horrible thing that happened, but it's in the past and you can't change it.
Right.
And it led you to where you are, which is the good thing. And everything, I want to say everything has that, and it does, but we have to choose.
Right.
We have to set in motion the thing that we want to continue to do or need to do or whatever, because choices sometimes are hard to make. Choices are hard to make, and if you have bad habits, you have to get rid of one to get a good habit in there. You can only have so many habits in your life, right? And you can't add new habits unless you get rid of some of those old habits.
You can't have new clothes until you get rid of some old ones.
Absolutely.
Because the closet's only so big and your partner complains you're on her side.
That's right. That's exactly
I'm
right.
sorry, I'm going to keep you going.
But
Gonna get your steps in, hon.
There you go.
So what is that we always say? Like the pain pushes you,
Yeah.
but the vision pulls you.
Yeah.
oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
has certainly been true.
Well, and I think it's that, I call it igniting your happiness,
Right.
your sparks
Yeah.
that happen.
Mhm.
And we need to grab that spark,
Right.
which would be that passion pulling you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the pain is the, whatever that is.
Right.
But we have those little sparks of happiness that happen, but we have to grab it,
Right.
and have it ignite that happiness in us and just explode with that passion and that purpose. I think purpose is very important. If you don't have and I hate to keep bringing in the assisted living places that I went, but it's so evident of the people that don't have a purpose anymore. They sit in those chairs all day. They're down like this all day. They don't communicate. There's no connections. Nobody comes and sees them. And then you get other people that may be 10 years older or 20 years older than these other people that are laughing and giggling and holding hands with their friends and walking down the hallways and just always connected. And I think that even when you can't figure out how to connect, all of us have learned things in life. And creativity is one of them. And it's so important. I do things that I would never have done if my grandmother hadn't shown me how to do it. So I used to tell these ladies, I said, what do you know how to do? What did you used to do? Well, I used to bake. Show somebody how to bake cookies or a cake. Well, I used to knit. Well, if you can't do it anymore because you have arthritis, show somebody, teach them. Teaching is so important to share what we have learned in life. There's this saying that my husband and I created a long time ago. It says, we learn so we can teach. Knowledge not shared is lost.
All right, I'm gonna write it down. Say it again.
We learn so we can teach. Knowledge not shared is lost. And that is so important. And if we remember that, oh, I know how to do this. I should show this neighbor's kid how to do this, or my kid or my grandkid or whatever. But we learn so we can teach. We have to teach what we've learned. That's why we've gone through all this stuff.
Yeah, I feel that too. I feel that as a minister, as a person, but did that because I love to teach. I love to teach new things
Yes.
to people who don't know them. You know, especially if it's something I know how to do well. But even if I don't know how to do it well, I love learning with somebody.
Yeah, learn together. It's so
I
much
do.
fun. And there's little sayings. I love little snippets of sayings. Kindness is like, kindness is like magic. It is. It just keeps, you give it to somebody, kindness, and you'll just watch it explode and ripple through So kindness is like magic. And I have little things in here. I was going to read a few of them. I think I might take that opportunity to share with you a couple, because I have things on gratefulness, kindness, all sorts of stuff. And
you guys should literally see the bag of stuff she brought. Yeah, she is very creative.
Well, thank you. I like to, I don't know, happiness and kindness sparks, okay? So happiness begins with a smile you share. How simple is that? Kindness costs nothing, but it can change everything.
I love that.
Be the sparkle in somebody's cloudy day. Every thank you plants a seed of joy. Where there's kindness, there's magic. One happy thought can brighten the whole day. A small act of love creates a big ripple. Happiness is homemade. It starts in your heart. So choose to shine even on ordinary days. These are some of the things that I like to just share. These little tidbits of knowledge is being shared. Gratitude can turn little things into big blessings. Let go of yesterday and open the gift of today.
Which can be hard.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, a lot of times we like, I don't know about you guys, but my brain starts having its little talk while I'm walking around or whatever. And it's having its own little party there. And I'll be like, yeah, thanks for sharing. I got to get back to the present moment, please. Yeah.
But even in the present moment, especially if you're at work or you're handling something with kids or whatever, and you're like, okay, I'm going to strangle somebody, right?
Right? At our job? Are you kidding me?
Did they really just say that? So what I do is, because I have a heart problem too. I've got 2 stents and I suffer from what they call vasospasms, which are Charlie horses in my heart, which kind of hurt.
It sounds like it, yeah. Welcome, you're in the right place, girl.
I am.
Any Charlie horse hurts, doesn't matter where.
Yeah, and none of this defines us, right? That doesn't
Exactly.
define us. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So when you get in those places, and I really have to watch the stress part because that's what causes my Charlie horses, which really hurt. So it's like a breath, and then I think, you know what? He thinks or she thinks they're more important. That's fine. Let them. We're all equal. They're not more important. Let them have their thing, and then just deal with it.
Best book out there. Let them.
Just let them. That's right. And somebody said, and it might have come from her, instead of let it go, just let it be.
Oh, that was the Beatles.
That's true. But if you just let it be, rather than trying to let it go,
right?
Because you're always fighting to let it go. You always want to grab it back.
That is
whatever,
true. That is true.
It's just like let it go and live in the moment. And when you say live in the moment and focus on the good, sometimes the moment is not what you want to be living in. So pull back that in your memory, a good thing. What happened 2 days ago or 2 years ago? What made you smile? Sometimes I just think of the wedding of my oldest son, because that was just so much fun. Or I think of something that I may have just made and think, that was really good, or whatever. But bring back a memory, even if it was back from childhood, bring it back to the forefront and remember it, smile, and everything else will let go.
Well, that's part of what they're teaching with heart math, right? Right. We like connect into that. And mine is always, now Liam's 13, but when he was like 4 and they would fly in and he would see me at the end of the place there,
Mhm.
and he would scream, "Yeah, yeah!" and come running with his arms up and throw them around my neck. Like, that memory is so bright and so heart-centered. Yeah,
Bring it up.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you can also have fun inspirational sparks. Sprinkle happiness everywhere where you go. It's free. You know, dance to your own song. Be your own kind of beautiful. We're all our own kind of beautiful, right? A giggle in sunshine is sunshine for your soul. Laughter is the music of happiness. Laughter. There's so much about laughter. We've got to laugh. It makes us healthy. It's
It
probably
does.
why we're all
Yes.
still here. It's because
Right?
we like to laugh.
Well, actually, during the time period that I was going through the lung biopsy period, I was teaching a class called Humor, Hope, Hugs, and Hummus. So, yeah, humor is a...
And hummus is good too.
Yeah, well, you can't have a New Thought gathering without hummus. I mean, it's kind of like a thing. I didn't realize that until I got into our previous church, that hummus was like a necessary part of all spiritual events.
That's good. And it really is good.
It is, and it's good for you.
I know.
Like, it's good for you.
I know.
Yes. I agree.
So let's see. Let's do a couple more, and then we can go on to something else because this could go on forever. Be the rainbow after someone else's storm.
Oh.
All right. And today is a woohoo moment waiting to happen. So what's it going to be? This is my woohoo moment this morning.
This is your woohoo moment.
This is
Yay.
my woohoo moment. Every smile is a superpower.
Oh, I love. Well, I know that you and I have one other thing in common: grocery store workers.
Yeah.
So when you were talking about the smile thing, you used to have. So I was part. I worked for Fry's, and so I was part of the morale committee type of thing. And one of the things I would put out there is how many smiles could you get and receive in a day? Give and receive in a day. And so that would be like our thing, and we'd walk past each other and go 30, and like 102, like whatever. And my shifts were 10 hours long, and believe it or not, that's pretty easy to get 100, 150 smiles in a 10-hour shift between. At any one point, there's 160 people working in the store, and
nice
then
to see it pass along.
too, right? And then your customers, and then you do watch it pass along, and that used to be because there were time periods that I was exhausted. I didn't want to be there. It happens, right? We don't always wake up with the sunshine and bounce. We're not Tigger every day.
But when we wake up and we can get out of bed and turn around and we're not still lying there,
right?
It's a good day.
It is a good day. And but sometimes you do have to initiate a good mood.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not necessarily how if you had a bad dream or you got a crick in your neck or whatever, right? Like, sometimes you're not right there when you wake up. And now, what can you do about that? So that is something that I learned to do for myself. And it doesn't always work, or I don't always do it. How's that?
What do you do?
So I have kind of a normal routine when I get out of bed. I get up, I make a cup of coffee, I go to my bike, I ride my bike for a little bit while I'm checking the internet, and then from there I clean the cat box, and then I go and do yoga. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but like it's a routine type of thing. So, but there are things that can get in the way of my routine. So that'll throw me off sometimes, right? Like if I have overslept and I don't have time to do my yoga and my bike, then I'll get like irritated and stuff. And then, so sometimes what I'll do is because that happens, right? And I'll be like yesterday, I didn't feel like doing the bike actually. I didn't oversleep. And I was like, okay, so I'll just make sure I add more steps today, right? Which I did, so I try to not beat myself up now and then try to find something else to help me not be in a bad mood,
You know what I do? Music.
Oh, that'll do it.
Music. If I'm just in a funk and I just can't get out of it, man, I find a channel and I blast it, and
There
I just
you go.
start dancing, singing, whatever is happening. The music always pulls me out.
Yeah.
Always. I don't
Do you
know
have
what-
a favorite? Do you have a favorite song that does it?
No, I like the happy songs, like Justin Timberlake and there's happy songs,
Yeah.
But I like everything. The only kind of music I do not like is the jazz instrumental type progressive stuff that sounds like they're tuning up their instruments and not playing a song. I'm not quite sure I understand that music. But I like.
But other than that,
I
you
like
like everything else?
classics. I like jazz. I like soft listening. I like the 70s,
Right.
60s, 50s, all of that stuff. If it's music and it's got a beat to it, I even like some of the newer songs too. Don't know who sings them,
Right, yeah.
but I like them.
I always impress my partner when I start singing a new song. How'd you learn that? And I go, TikTok.
Exactly. So it's but music always. If I'm in my car and I'm kind of feeling down, or it's been a long day and I just want just get me home, I don't want to do anymore or whatever, man, I rev up that music, throw in a CD or put on the 99.9 or whatever I want
Right.
to listen to, and I tell you, within minutes I'm ready to do whatever I need to do.
There you go.
Music is my thing. I love music. I can't sing worth beans. That's okay.
Oh, me
I
either,
sing
but I'll
for
do it.
me. That's right.
I will do it, and I'll do it loud, and I'll
Yeah.
do it in public.
Exactly. Well, see, my sister is a singer, and her husband.
Yeah, my
was-
co-founder is too. Yeah.
And her husband was an opera singer.
Oh my
So
goodness, yeah.
It's like these great singing voices, and then I'm here. And it's like, I don't care.
There you go.
Joyful noise.
That's right. Make a joyful noise. Exactly.
Exactly.
There you go.
And speaking of my brother, when he got out of his funk and everything, he loves to teach kids, and he's a balloon twister, and he's a puppeteer. And right now he can't do either one because he can't move this side of his body. But we created a program called SOS. It's Sock Out Sadness, and we do puppets for kids. For Sock Out Sadness, and we have a group of little puppets. Hello.
I love them.
They're all different. They all make you laugh and smile. They all have different looks. So
Is that a dog? Or
it's whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
So that's another thing that he does. He can kind of work the puppets, but he can't do any balloon twisting. Probably for a while, if at all. But that was his program. I'm starting it here. We want to have those puppets as a subscription to kids that would like to have their own, their hugs or giggles or whatever the names I end up giving, because they all have little taglines to them that will help you smile, help you feel better. You can tell your stories to them or whatever it is for kids. And I'm really excited about that one
Oh,
too.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can already see him in the foster care system.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
I would love to have that. I even created the little, this, you can't eat this, so not for kids under 3. But it's in the Stick Friends spirit, and it says, these are for kids over 3 because their eyes are not candy and they can't be eaten, type
Yeah.
of thing. So
So that
anyway,
you remind people.
Yeah,
Yes, don't
yeah.
give these to the 3-year-old.
that's right. And I wanted to, if it's okay,
Yes.
I want to pass these out. where they can-
Absolutely.
These are called gratitude journals. There's nothing in them. You get to write it down. Every page. Do you know if you write 3 things a day?
All right, I'm stealing mine right now.
Okay.
This one's for me.
All right. 3 things a day will make your day happier. I mean, you write things that you're grateful for. I always write, I'm so glad I'm awake. I woke up today. That's my first one every day. But there are different looks. Feel free to choose the one you want, and then I'll take the rest back.
Aw, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I am so glad you said yes. Thank you for your yes.
Oh.
Thank you for coming and being on the sofa with us. I so
Yeah,
much
this has
appreciate
been
it.
lots of fun. Thanks for letting me talk.
Yeah.
And I have little gratitude type cards that I make as well. You can find these at Duck and Decanter. They're my little boutique.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's in Duck and Decanter.
But there's happy birthday today's thank yous, and just your smile will rewrite someone's day. They're all kind is cool. Cool enough to change the
Cool
world.
enough to change the world. I love that. I love
Yay.
that.
And you rock. Woohoo! Shine on.
I love the fact it gives you a woohoo moment, right?
And you don't need permission to be happy. Just pick up your smile and paint the day your way.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So these are all the kind of cards I make. Here's my other.
And I did share Stick Friends. It's STIK Friends, all one word on Facebook. I did share it in the group here. So you can find Cathy there. And you, what else? Where else can I find you?
Oh, I have a website, but unfortunately it's like
It's under construction still.
You can get there, but I don't think you can buy anything yet. I'm still working. I'm not techie, okay? So I'm still working on it. But I do little. This is what we did.
Oh, that's the journal you guys did?
It's
That's
just
so
a,
cute.
yeah, just a notepad with fancy paper, and then you did the top. We did a smaller version of that.
Oh, that's so cute.
So
I
that's
love
what we did.
that.
But I would like to also pass these out.
Absolutely.
There's 4, so you get to. There's enough for every one of you. These are one of my junk journals. Choose the one that you
They're
want.
so cute.
And they're all different inside
Why don't
too.
you guys choose first since I got to choose first?
I love it. So you come to the
That's
Sofa,
right.
you get gifts. That's the point of coming in. Yeah.
Especially if it's a happy day, man.
You get a
It's
happy
always a happy
day.
day.
So does anybody have anything you want to share? Feeling complete? Feeling creative?
It's awesome.
No
Thank
stories,
you.
so thank you.
Let's
I need to
see.
hear a story from somebody. Who's
Let's
got a good story? Even if it was a bad story to start with, who's got a good story?
Anybody?
I always have a story.
All right,
Yeah.
let's listen.
She's filled with stories.
I know.
All right.
Here we go. I think
I'm going to write a book called I Love Your Stories.
I lost
Oh,
my
I
tech
like that.
So I will talk about I picked this journal called You're My Favorite because my grandchildren are my favorite.
Awesome.
So I'll pick a story about them. So they went to trunk or treat Friday night, and the littles, they're 3 and 4. Of course, my daughters and her husband, my daughter always gets a costume. They always, he always wears, Junior is always, he doesn't wear a costume, but he'll always wear a Halloween shirt or something. And, but they want to do Beauty and the Beast, and sometimes they do family, as a family. So, Junior and Ashley is my daughter's name. They didn't want to do it, so they didn't make the littles, but they decided the littles were going to be Beauty and the Beast. Well, the Beast was being a beast and did not want to be a beast. Wear the costume of a beast anyway. So in all of the pictures, and Bryn was Beauty. So Bryn is 4, Gavin is 3, and then Tristan, he wanted to go totally off. So he bought a big dinosaur blow up
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
costume.
how fun.
So he is in this, so they take a family picture. So here's the family, Ashley's all Miss Pretty and Junior's all smiling. Gavin is back to the camera. The beast won't even turn around. And Bryn is like going, one more picture, my God. And then you have this big little dinosaur in the background, and it is my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
there
so
you go.
cool.
I
That is
love that.
That is my
Thank
story.
you.
Perfect.
Sharing. That's
Thank
awesome.
you.
It's a Halloween story.
Halloweens are good.
Right. All right.
This
Well,
has been a blast. Thank you, ladies.
it
very much.
has.
Thank you.
It has been a blast. And if you've enjoyed yourself today, there's a couple ways you can support us. You can go online to www.beginwithinministries.com. You can make a one-time donation, or you can become a spiritual church club partner. And with that, you get this amazing mug. And you get to be part of the community, and you get a little sofa charm, and you get all our classes for free. So that's a bit about that. But you can also support us by sharing, liking, and subscribing on YouTube, and letting your friends know where we're at and how they can be part of. That is the best thing. We so enjoy that. That helps Facebook and YouTube and Instagram know where we are. So we appreciate that. And next month is Gratitude and Thanksgiving. It is November already. I won't be here for the next 2 weeks. It'll be Reverend Michelle. She'll be here with you, and I will see you right before Thanksgiving. So thanks for being with us. Bye.
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 Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.